There are few Australians who haven't been touched by suicide in some way. The statistics are stark. They tell us that the number of deaths by suicide is higher than our national road toll and certainly challenges the number of deaths by skin cancer. Each year, Wesley LifeForce works towards changing this by preventing the unnecessary loss of life through suicide. Through Wesley LifeForce training, Memorial Days and our suicide prevention networks, we're raising awareness about this challenging issue, finding local solutions in our communities and caring for the many Australians who are directly affected. None of this work over the past 20 years could have been achieved without a great army of dedicated staff and volunteers who work tirelessly to assist those who struggle and provide lasting change. Wesley Mission has been providing suicide prevention services since it established the telephone crisis counselling service Lifeline in 1963, giving people in distress who are feeling alone, anxious, afraid or at risk of taking their own life a place to turn. We at Wesley Mission now operate services for Lifeline that answer more than 34,000 calls each year. 20 years ago, the Reverend Bob Dunlop established our Wesley LifeForce training program. This has provided comprehensive and highly regarded suicide prevention training in every area of our nation to more than 30,000 Australians, including frontline healthcare professionals, community members, Wesley LifeForce network members and many volunteers. Wesley LifeForce has developed tailored suicide prevention training for a range of healthcare professionals who may be the first point of contact for those at risk of suicide. We've been accredited at a continuing professional development provider by the Royal Australian College of General Practitioners, the Australian College of Rural and Remote Medicine, the Australian Practice Nurses Association, the Australian Association of Practice Managers and the Australian Counselling Association. Our training incorporates the SALT strategy. See the warning signs, ask about suicide intent, listen to the person and tell or take the person to appropriate help, and this provides clear and effective frameworks to identify those at risk of suicide and to know the appropriate actions to take to assist them. The Wesley LifeForce Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Suicide Prevention Programme is a new initiative developed in partnership with the Seedling Group and members of 3 communities in Halls Creek within the Kimberley region, Catherine in the Northern Territory and Thursday Island in the Torres Strait Islands. Our unique training material incorporates traditional artwork from local Indigenous artists, storytelling after the gathering by Bronwyn Smith, and Warrodanalag by Jessa Pilot. Wesley LifeForce has also developed the Rock Solid Suicide Prevention Programme in partnership with Mining Family Matters to build emotional resilience and equip Australian workers to help prevent suicide in the mining, oil and gas industries. Our memorial services are now held in major cities around Australia, including Sydney, Adelaide, Brisbane, Hobart and Newcastle, and have given people who have been bereaved by suicide a place to come together in a spirit of comfort and hope. Here they can hear stories of each other with similar journeys and express their thoughts and emotions in an atmosphere of support and understanding. Memorial walls have given those who grieve an opportunity to acknowledge and remember their loved ones by face and name. Today we come to share our pain and to acknowledge we're not expected to understand everything. Wesley LifeForce's remarkable work has been endorsed by Prime Ministers and other high-profile personalities.
I am very pleased indeed to be part of this very important dinner which honours the magnificent work of the Wesley Mission.
In 2007, the first Wesley LifeForce Suicide Prevention Network was established, bringing local people and organisations together to raise community awareness of this issue. Each network is committed to finding real solutions to address the problem of suicide in the region. We provided expert advice, seed funding and hands-on support to help networks get established and make a real difference in their community.
In year 2007, every week a person would die of suicide. Now it's quietened down because of Wesley Mission supporting us.
Police in Nhulunbuy work very closely with Gailey and the Galupa Maningur suicide intervention program, and as a result of that program there have been no suicides this year. If the initiative wasn't in place, there would be a significant amount of suicides within Nhulunbuy and this community in general.
In 2014, the work of Wesley LifeForce networks in East Arnhem Land was endorsed by our Prime Minister Tony Abbott, and I was pleased to present to the Australian Parliament on this particular issue. Initiatives such as the annual Suicide Prevention Networks Conference, Suicide Prevention Forums and Information Days have brought networks together to hear from experts in suicide prevention and mental health and enable them to share ideas and receive information about the latest training and resources. In 2014, Wesley LifeForce launched an affiliate network program to provide a space for local networks to share ideas and practical advice for suicide prevention projects. The online community hub and service finder has allowed networks to access support where and when they need to in a matter of seconds.
It needed an organisation that had the skills and the expertise and the assistance and guidance given by Wesley LifeForce Network to organisations of suicide prevention is invaluable. We need this in as many communities as we possibly can.
Today there are almost 60 Wesley LifeForce suicide prevention networks Australia-wide, which can be found in every state, from Sydney's eastern suburbs to Wagga to the Gove Peninsula and beyond. We look forward to seeing the number of suicide prevention networks increase and to seeing more people in our communities being equipped to respond sensitively and effectively through suicide prevention training. Over the past 20 years, Wesley LifeForce has achieved remarkable progress in helping Australians deal with the problem of suicide in their own communities. Each year, this work literally saves lives. As we look to the future together, we do so with every expectation that the work of Wesley LifeForce will help to make our communities stronger and bring hope to many, many more people. Working together, we can make a real and lasting difference to this challenging issue.